Hey guys, Greg here with another tutorial. This time we're going to cover a whole bunch of stuff. All the stuff is extremely useful and it's going to help you out big time when you're making experiences. First is you can name your experience. This one's pretty obvious, but it's pretty important in the long run too because you want people to know what they're clicking on, right? So this one's going to be called the fundamentals because it's very fundamental to everything. You can publish and unpublish. You can zoom in and zoom out. You can undo the last thing you did in case you make a mistake. We're clicking on the cog box because this actually has a lot of features that you may not know about. Obviously, you can add a description. This time, we're just going to punch in some kind of generic text. Nothing too important here. You can modify the position of where this is active. The first one's big because it allows you to actually make it so this is the only place the experience is actually activatable from. No position means, hey, you can use it from anywhere. The next one is iBeacon position. I'm not too up on this one, but I'm sure someone else can help you out. But just know that there are multiple options here. Another thing is you can make it discoverable. So basically this means people can actually search it without you even giving them a direct link. There's storyboard ID and we can open analytics. This allows you to look at information, very useful information about your experience. Obviously there's nothing there for me now because there's really nothing here. I've started a few times testing stuff out, but no big deal. Okay, so going on to the actual experience itself. First we're going to create a user input block. This is a big deal when I'm typing out now. Money symbol, curly brackets, username allows you to directly say hello to whoever's playing your game. So any user's name will be put in there, and you'll see this later when I actually show the experience off. This is cool, and we're actually going to show you another one that does something similar in a second here. So we're going to connect everything. We're going to add the Burger Cat. I like the Burger Cat. He's cool. And remember, this is a user input block. This is very important because the next block is the save user input. You can find this in user properties. So set user input from block. There's actually a bunch of different types of blocks like these, but we're going to use this one for now. So you connect it. What this does is whatever the person inputted allows you to save it. So as you can see, I just put in a key, U lowercase, capital F, U food. This means we can call back to it later in the experience. So, this is the other important thing that you want to keep note of. If you use money symbol, curly bracket, props, dot, and then whatever, in this case, food, you'll be able to call back directly to that specific property. So, this is interesting, and you can use this in a bunch of different ways. I'm going to have some tutorials on how you can use this, but for this one, we're simply going to take whatever the user inputs and spit it out in this so you can see so the user can see what they said. Alright, moving on. We're going to go to the major tab where you can save everything. Obviously right now I'm just adding in tags. This is important again if you want people to easily be able to search your stuff. Publish it, make it searchable. Okie dokie. So I'm just punching in a few simple ones. We're going to move on to the studio tab in a second. The studio tab is really cool. There's a lot of interesting stuff here. For example, this is where you're going to make all your item sets. There's all kinds of information, campaigns, a bunch of mechanics and stuff like that. But even more useful than this, in my opinion, especially someone who's learning how to use Metaverse, is the help tab. Here you can find a bunch of stuff. The knowledge base, in my opinion, is extremely useful. I don't know why I didn't use it as soon as I started. You can ask questions through this as well, so if you have something you're burning to know about, go ahead and ask it. You can also do that on the bottom left, but I'm sure you guys probably know about that one. Oh, and here's their YouTube page in case you want to see some more tutorials from them directly, and they're pretty good. I've learned a lot from them myself. And Facebook community there too, in case you want to check them out. Alright, so we're in the experience now. I'm going to enter in pizza. That's the food I wanted to enter in. And it spits out, I like pizza too. So, I didn't type pizza in there before, as you saw earlier. I did it just now. Okay. Now we're going to look at the actual app itself and some of the things you can do. As you can see, if you click the 3 ellipses, you get a ton of options. We clicked share. This shows you all of the ways you can share it, and there's even more than that. In fact, there's send to user, which we'll talk about later. But we're going to save this one to our home screen. What this does is basically creates a shortcut on your phone itself, so you can click that and go directly to that experience. This would be important if you wanted to, have a loyalty program or something. Now we're looking at the profile, my profile. You click on the top right button. There's a bunch of tabs that have different things in it. We're going to look at the dimensions tab. This shows us the experiences that I've created. It only lists 2. I think it's only the published ones. But we're going to click on the 3 dots again. we're gonna add this one to favorites. We're gonna try and send this to user. I don't have any usernames I can send it to right now, but that would allow you to do something like that. Okay. And there's another way to share my dimension directly. But I think we're done here. Whew, that was a lot. I did this in one take. Hope you enjoyed. I'm going to make some more tutorials covering some similar stuff. Oh, and there you can see the shortcut. Thanks for watching, guys.